4.5. Sorry. All right, so I'm going to walk you through a very familiar experience, which I think most of you will be able to recognize when you guys are traveling. And yes, that's what we're going to be talking about, traveling. So picture this scenario. You are going away for a weekend with a few friends. You book a trip to, say, London a few weeks in advance. You have all plans in the world of doing a thorough due diligence to be able to know exactly what you're going to be doing from breakfast to lunch to dinner to bars to during the day. And, you have all plans of and intentions of doing that throughout your stay. So reality kicks in, you're busy. The weekend comes up, you still have no clue what to do beyond going to Big Ben, London Eye, Buckingham Palace, elbowing other tourists on the tourist trail, sort of waddling around because you can't really get anywhere. You end up on Oxford Street, you go for dinner in a crowded restaurant where you hear all languages of the world except for English because there are so many other tourists in there. And you genuinely find it to be a quite frustrating experience. So take this for a second and then think about what it would look like if you had the local insight, if you had access to local guides in the area, if you had local input generally. This is the frustration that we were working with a few years ago where we started this. So Paddy has been around for just under 2 years. We've been through the whole shebang of bootstrapping, family and friends round, first seed round in the private market, and we're now obviously doing an ICO. So think about an application. It's a social application. It's already out live in the App Store where you're able to enter, you're able to meet friends, you're able to meet locals from all over the world. We currently have a platform of over 25,000 people across 5 continents. So you'll be able to enter your interest, filter based on interest, location, and language, find people who are like-minded, enter sort of a more informal chat. Or you're able to enter a more transactional space, which is an experience marketplace where interested locals with cool hobbies can enter and say, I, for example, keen runner, put in an experience in London where on Saturday mornings I take people through a 5K run in Richmond Park, sort of off the beaten trail. We end up in one of my favorite lunch spots. And people sort of have a good time meeting each other and exchanging stories and stuff, and then in turn having a more authentic travel experience. So think about what it really means when we break down the word of decentralized, which is receiving a lot of hype. So when you really start thinking in that mindset, it opens up a whole new world of opportunities for a platform like this where dispute resolution, for example, is now solved through democratic majority as opposed to a third party who has no clue what's going on. There will be direct peer-to-peer payment within the platform. We'll be able to open up for a whole new world of incentives through which we will engage and motivate user growth on the platform and user engagement. And based on your engagement levels, you'll be rewarded in community tokens, which you in turn will be able to spend when you flip from being a local to a visitor, and you can then buy experiences that way. So to just cover the basics, I guess, is our pre-ICO our pre-sale was on August 25th, sold out in not quite 10 minutes, but 11 minutes. And our actual crowd sale is on Sunday. So thanks for listening to me, guys. We have a stand right outside. You can check out pally.co, and we're happy to answer any questions you might have. So thanks.
Thank you, Pally. Le Carbone.